Going on today, I'm going to be doing the best operator tier list of Rainbow Six Siege in Year 8 Season 2. So over here for the different rankings, we got Champ, which is the highest, of course, Diamond 1, which is second, we got Plat, which is basically average, Copper, which is below average, and you're throwing if you use these ops. So the meta has definitely changed over the past few seasons and years. Some of these operators might not be as high as they once were, or vice versa. They're now higher than they were before. So Sledge, I think Sledge is a solid. I'd say he's a solid Diamond 1. Not too many operators still have frag grenades, and he's one of them. And he can play vert pretty well with a decent gun. So I'd say we'd start him off with Diamond 1. Next one that goes right along with Sledge is Thatcher. Thatcher just got to go champ just because his ability's so good, even though he's always banned, but you're guaranteed to get wall every single time, and he has two really good guns. So the next one, which is a lot of people's favorite, you heard that right, favorite operators. You got a lot of Sense mains out there nowadays. So Sense is definitely going into your throwing. If I ever see someone running Sense, I know there's the other team's paying them or something, so you're staying down their Sense. Next one is Bandit. I'd say Bandit is Diamond 1. His ability is really nice. He's got a really good gun and a C4. I don't know if it's champ worthy. People still lose a decent amount of time with Bandit, but he's just such a good wall denial. Next is Pulse. Pulse is hard because he is really good for anti-plant and playing below, but it's kind of the same as Bandit. You kind of lose a decent amount with him. It's not like guaranteed or anything. We'll put Pulse at Plat average. Next we got Smoke. Smoke I would normally say is Diamond 1, but they took away his deployable shield, so I think that makes him a Plat right there. So that's tough. Now you got to run someone else with the deployable shield just because they thought Smoke was too good or something. I don't know. Next is Doc. Doc's easy champ, especially with his new stem, it heals you to full health. It's crazy how good he is. Glass. Normally Glass I'd put down in your throwing, but I'm honestly feeling Plat because he's got the Claymores now. He still does have the frags, and he's got that SMG secondary. So I'm putting definitely Glass at Plat for sure. Next is Mute. Mute's tricky. I don't know if Mute belongs higher up, or he's definitely not Copper. I'd say he's also average. Pretty good wall denial, and can stop a lot of gadgets, but that's about all he's good for. Thermite, I don't think Thermite's very good. Back in the OG days of Siege, Thermite would definitely be up here, but now you got so many better hard breachers. I'm saying he's Copper. He's got a good gun, but his ability's just too difficult. There's just way easier ones. So like Habana, you could shoot it from 2 stories away, versus Thermite, you got to get in there nice and close, possibly eat a C4. Next is Castle. I think Castle's pretty mid. Certain sites and on maps, he's really good with setups, but on generic, I don't think he's very good. Put Castle and Copper, honestly. Below average. Next, we got Montang. If you're using... this is hard. Because you have a good Montang player on your team, then it'll help you out a lot. Or if they go for a smoke and plant, for example, on second floor on border, then it's pretty good, but... Most time when you got a Monty, they're throwing. 9 times out of 10, they're horrible with Monty. They're moving back and forth. They're getting shot at, and you're just wearing the bullets. They don't know what they're doing. Twitch, I'd say Twitch is... I'd say she's average. She's got the nice ability, but she took the foregrip off her gun, so that's not too good with the recoil. Rook, champ with ease, especially with his ability. You can revive yourself now, and he's got the ACOG, so he's definitely champ. Fuse, I gotta go champ with Fuse, too. His ability's really good, and he's got that AK-12, of course. The only downside is if they have a pulse right there, you can take a couple C4 shots. Tachanka, normally I would say Tachanka's mid, but now he's got the 2.0 on his SMG, and he has a deployable shield, so I'm putting Tachanka at Diamond 1. Capkin, another easy champ. It's just free damage and free kills when you use them. He's got, 5 traps that do 50 damage each, and they actually took away his 1.0, but still, he's got a C4. Blitz. I'd say Blitz is Copper. It's a little above Montang, because most Blitz players at least rush in, and you're not stuck behind them wearing the bullets as they're trying to dodge them left and right. And then it's not really too hard to get kills with Blitz. You just flash a shield. Next is IQ. I really don't see too many IQs now. I've never thought to myself, oh, I should go IQ here because they're going to have Bandit. I go from below. Saying IQ's Copper. Not very good. Lion, same thing. I'm really not feeling Lion. I don't know if he's Plat or Copper. It's in between. I'm saying Copper, honestly. He's nothing special about him. Jaeger. Old Jaeger would definitely be up here, but he's kind of been nerfed now. His ability's got that reset. His guns. Lost some bullets. Got some increased recoil and reduced damage, so I'd definitely say he's Plat. Blackbeard, you're throwing. Let's be honest. You never see any good Blackbeard players. They'll just sit on rappel or camp on the window. Do nothing to help the team whatsoever. Next is Ace. Ace is easily a champ. He's got the AK-12 Claymores, and you can throw his ability, which is nice. That's why he's better than Thermite, because Thermite's got to run up to the wall and do all this stuff. Ace, you can just chuck it and conceal behind your cover. Next one, Buck. I think Buck's champ as well. He's got the, fortunately he doesn't have any more nades, but he still has flashbangs, and he does have his skeleton keys to play vert, so definitely saying Buck's up there. He's one of the better operators in the game for sure. Frost. It's between Diamond 1 or Plat. I mean, Frost is honestly just good to slow him down. You're not going to be getting too many Frost mat kills. I'm going to go Diamond 1 because she does have the 1.5 and she got the Pueblo Shield. Frost is really good beginner op, but I mean, in higher lobbies, you don't see too many Frost mat kills. It's just mainly if you're sitting on the window, you can place a Frost mat on it so they jump in and pre-fire. Maybe you can get them as they're looking down, but that's about it. Valkyrie. I'm going Valkyrie champ just because she has 3 cams and the C4. The only downside is her gun is literally a Nerf gun. It takes about 16 shots to kill someone. But, just aim at the head and you're good. So it only takes 1 bullet there. But I'm saying Valkyrie's champ. Next one, Capiteo. You don't see too many Capiteos. He's only useful in a couple sites. His fire ability is very nice. I'll give him that. But he's got a decent AR too. I'm going Copper. Cav, I want to say you're throwing if you're using Cav. Most people don't run anymore. There's so many better defending ops you could use, and most times she's just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Maybe you'll get 1 in terror from her out of an entire game. It's just kind of a waste of an op. Next is Habana. I'm saying Habana's Diamond 1, only because her gun only has, I want to say 21 or 23 bullets in it, which isn't, because some operators got like 30 plus. But she does have a really nice ability, so I'm going Diamond 1 with her. Echo. I'm saying Echo is... We'll go Plat. He's got the deployable shield. He's got the 1.5. He's got the Supernova, which is pretty cracked. And a good ability, but most Echo players you see just don't use his ability right. They just see someone to start hitting them with the concussion... the concussions from it, and then they destroy the drone. You can't deny plant. Jackal, he's banned most times. You don't see him used too often, but going Jackal's Diamond 1. Great roam clear. Especially if it's like a 2v4. Jackal just sniff you out and you're done for. Then it's a 1v4. So I'm definitely going Diamond 1. He's got a really good AR too. Mira, I'm saying Mira's Plat only because you can only have a couple good Mira setups. Some maps it's pretty pointless if you have Mira. You're just like looking through a reinforced wall, which does absolutely nothing. Like you can see him, but you can't shoot him. Ying, let's see. Does Ying deserve Diamond 1? Yeah. Ying's Diamond 1. She's got the 2.0. She's got, 4 Candelas and smoke grenades. If you never do anything Ying, you'll mess up the enemy team. She's definitely Diamond 1. I'm saying Goyo is Plat. He's pretty good. He's got a decent gun. It has 1.5 on it. He's got 4 fire abilities, I believe. Let's see, Flores. I'm saying Flores is Copper. People don't use him too often. He's got a nice ability, but people just love the drone hunt, so it's kind of useless. Nothing too special about him. Legion used to be so much better when he had the one. Peak Legion was when he had the 1.5, and his goo mines did 10 damage on impact versus letting it sit in. I'd say Legion's Copper. You don't see him used too often, especially in the higher lobbies. He's good for sound cues. That's about it. Zofia, before they nerfed her AR and LMG, her AR is decent out. I'm saying Zophia's Plat. Still got a nice concussion ability. Honestly, her explosive ability is really good too. Ella, Copper. You don't see too many Ella players. I mean, her shotgun's pretty good. SMG's got a decent amount of recoil on it. Nothing crazy about her. Next, Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi's pretty good. She's got the EMPs and her call. We'll go Plat. Got a nice DMR with the 2. Vigil. I'm saying Vigil's Diamond 1. One of the best roamers in the game just because you literally can't see him with his abilities on. He's got a really good gun. If only they gave him the 1.5. Took it out of the test servers after like 1 day just because he was so overpowered. Ashe. If you play Ashe, you're throwing. This isn't year 2, year 3. Everyone's like, oh my god, I gotta use Ashe and just run in sight with R4C ACOG. If you use Ashe, you're throwing now. She's just not a very good operator. Finka, saying Finka's Diamond 1, only because they took her frags away, but her healing ability is really nice. Really good AR too. Yeah, she's got flashes now instead, which is unfortunate. Graham, I want to say you're throwing maybe Copper. They did make his ability a little bit better, but you just don't see any useful Grim players ever. Alibi. Definitely Copper. She used to be so much better. She lost a bunch of stuff this season. No more. I think she lost her deployable shield and her impacts. And she lost her 1.5, so she's just not good. Maestro as well. You don't see really too many Maestro players. He's either Plat or Copper. I'm not sure where he deserves. Just made a video about Maestro actually last week, so if you would like to watch that, be sure to check out the channel. We'll go Copper with Maestro. You just don't see him used too often. I don't really like him or Echo only because they just sit on the drones or the cams the entire time, so they don't help you. Maverick Plat, he lost his nades too. Shocker. He's pretty good. He's still used a decent amount. Clash, I'm going with your throwing. Most shield. Most people that run shield ops don't know what they're doing unless they main them. Because like if your teammate's like, oh, I'm just gonna go Clash Royale just because, they never know what they're doing. They always just go back and forth, side to side, and just never works out. Nomad. I'm saying Nomad is Diamond 1 because she's got that nice AR that does a ton of damage, and she can cover flanks really well. So I'm saying Nomad's up there. Cade, champ, easily. You get some crazy Cade setup, especially with Azami, just because you can throw his thing versus Bandits placing it. He did lose his 1.5, sadly, like all the operators did. I don't know why they added it to the game to take him away, but he's still really good. Gridlock, I'd say average. Nothing special about Gridlock. She's only good if you're trying to do some crazy backside or smoke push, something like that. Mozzie, I want to say Mozzie's, I'll go Diamond 1. He's got the C4. You can get up to 3 drones, and he's got that Ronnie, which I think has 16 or 17 bullets in it, which is really nice, and the 1.5 on it. Knock, I want to say Knock's Diamond 1 as well, because she does have the EMPs and or frags, whatever you're choosing. And it's pretty easy just to sneak around with her. Warden, I want to say average. He does have the 1.5 and the C4, but I feel like Fraggers pick Warden, but then they'll finish the game like 3 and 5 after using Warden for 3 rounds. Doesn't really help out the team too much. Amaru, Copper. Honestly, maybe even your throwing. I'm going your throwing because you just run in sight and die every time. She has got the nice LMG, but you never see any any really good players use Amaru. Callie, this one's tough. I don't know if it's Plat or go Copper. Her sniper is nice because it does like 80 damage / 1 taps, but you're not going to be winning too many gunfights, especially close ones. She does help get wall though, but now there's EMP, so it kind of makes her less effective. Wama, I definitely say is average. He's got the nice capture ability. He also did get, honestly, he did get the 1.5. I don't know if he was about the Diamond 1 yet, but he did get his 1.5 back, which is lit. Iona, champ. You got basically infinite intel. You got the drones with her, and she has frags, and her gun's insane. So definitely champ right there. Oryx, I would normally say Diamond 1, but he's dropped to Plat. People don't use him too often now. Because, again, he lost his 1.5. Just crazy to think about. What? He lost 1.5? You know that happens in this game. Yeah. He lost that. He does have the shotgun pistol for rotates, but nothing crazy. Melusi, I don't say average. She's got a good ability, but you can just shoot it now instead of meleeing it. She's also not that used too much. Zero, going Copper. You don't see too many zeros. Aruni, I'm going to go Plat with Aruni. Just because you can do so many different things with their ability. Like, you could place it on a hatch, and then you stand right below the hatch so it's not activated, and then you hear something get shot, you drop below so it activates and burns it. Same with main walls, and it kind of just cuts off rotates. Say Rooney there. T-Bird, champ. Even though I believe this season she gives out less heals per shot, but it regenerates quicker. But she still got a really good gun, and obviously 3 heals and a C4. Next, Osa. I'm saying Osa Diamond 1. She's got that nice AR and EMPs and the deployable shields. The only thing I don't like about Osa players is that they always seem to place their shields too close together. I feel like it's always like 2 steps apart, so one impact or C4 gets both. But it just depends on the player. Thorn, I'm saying Copper. I use Thorn a decent amount, but it's mainly for sound cues. You don't really get any kills with her. With her ability. Her gun is pretty good, though. Actually, we'll move her up to Plat. She's a good gun, does good damage. Azami, Diamond 1. You get some crazy sight setups with Azami. Yeah. Sol is Plat. I thought Sol's going to be way better. People were going to use her a ton. No. She's never ever used. And Brava, Copper. I thought Brava was going to be like some game-changing operator. You can take gadgets and all. But terrible. And the new op Fenner is not on this one, unfortunately, but I have not used Fenner personally yet, but just from what I've seen, I would put Fenner at Plat. He does have that nice kind of smoke screen for sight, but I'm not really sure how that will play out in the future, just people aren't used to it or what. But this is my Rainbow Six Siege Year 8 Season 2 tier list, operator tier list. So if you do enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.